Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, your executive producer here, and thanks for tuning in to watch or listen to whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to. In these trying times, we really do appreciate everyone that feels that we are worth their time, and we hope that we're able to give you something entertaining to while away the time as you spend it. We particularly want to thank those of you that feel like we're worth financially contributing to, particularly our $25 and up supporters on Patreon, who are Antitonic, Drevian Alexander, Cat Waterflame, Rowan Parker, and Samantha Bates. Yes, I read that off of a list. Thank you very much for supporting us. I know that in these uncertain times, finances are tough for everybody, so that you're willing to donate to us means a lot to all of us here, and we thank you. That being said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hunter the Vigil Terminus Tendency. I am William, and I am your storyteller for this New World of Darkness game. And joining me today, we have Jeremy.
Hello, my name is Jeremy. I am playing Nina Sky, a union rock star. Yeah.
And John.
I'm John, and I'm playing Zero Albright, the Chiron Group Atlanta Director of Operations. Black Lives Matter, Trans Rights and Human Rights, Asian Lives Matter,
Yes.
and fuck
God.
white terrorists.
With the guns they're so afraid to let go of.
I don't know if they let go of them, they can't kill more people, you see.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mar, and I'm playing Thomas Smith. So I remember my character. There we go. Ashwin Abbey, repairman.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Astrid Ashwin, Knights of St. Adrian, Murder Suite.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Nikolai Dalka, unlicensed physician and member of the Ascending Ones. And if I was a Star Wars planet, never mind, keep going.
You'd be the one
I
filled
wanted
with
to hear that
spice.
one.
I'd be Kessel.
Ah, yes, the prison planet. Everyone forgets that. Kessel's a prison world.
Yeah.
Just happens to have spice in it.
Oh yeah, the prison spice.
The prison spice.
And Craig will not be joining us this week, but his character made a neat exit for the week last session, so that'll be fun.
He's off planning to stab the rest of us in the back. Magically.
Something like that. Anyway, well, last we left off, the group was preparing for a trip to Hawaii.
Yep, that's
Was there
definitely a
anything
thing.
else to do before you make your trip to Hawaii?
Nope. I've booked the plane and the hotel reservations. And also a guide.
Are we
Alright.
flying out of Hartsfield Jackson?
No, we're flying out of the Gwinnett
Okay.
County Airport. That's where the private planes take off from.
Okay.
Cool.
Actually, yes, that's exactly where. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
one-
that totally makes sense.
The
Absolutely.
one 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
The one that you can't get into unless you own a plane that's there.
You've made your arrangements, so the next day arrives, and you all take off for the Gwinnett County Airport.
The airport no one knows is there unless you drive past it and go, there's an airport here?
Yeah, Thomas.
Question:
There's an
is there TSA at this airport?
No, it's
No.
literally it's a private airport. Like it's
Cool.
it's a runway and a series of hangars.
that kind.
Nico has
Okay.
the most relaxed boarding of a plane he's had in the last 5 years.
Like it's literally where like the aeronautics students and the like casual aviators keep their planes to just take off
Right.
randomly, like your
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
your one man biplanes and shit like that.
It's also where
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal keeps his plane.
Yeah.
Right. It's the airport version of a park and ride.
Well, yeah, because his house is 5 minutes away from it. Like,
because he's the king of Lawrenceville or whatever.
The Lord of Lawrenceville, I think was his line.
The
Yeah.
Lord of Lawrenceville.
Before we go, Astrid will just send a text to Archer and just let him know that like she's going to Hawaii for a while.
Ask him to come along.
No, he'd die.
Would you like to come to the place
There is too much sun in Hawaii.
where there is
would
more
just
sun
fry.
than anywhere else? Jeremy, are there vampires in Hawaii?
Yes, absolutely. Because it's not the strength of the sun. The sun can be as bright or as not bright as it needs to be. It's the amount of time. And yes, it is on the equator, but
that generally just means 12 hours daylight, 12 hours darkness,
right,
at a very consistent level. So honestly, yeah, no, vampires would do great in Hawaii.
yeah.
Are there
vampires who are very schedule reliant probably go to Hawaii.
Are there vampires in northern
Yes.
Alaska?
No.
30 Days of Night place? Yes.
Why can't I think of the province?
Northern Territories?
Northern Yukon.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Where it's like it's 2 a.m. and the sun is
They
still
actually
up.
specifically address that in one of the books.
Do they?
They're there. They basically go into torpor
For a very long time, and then are awake for a very long time.
out of the year. Yeah,
And then on the other side of the year, they're awake forever. Nice.
pretty much.
It's like we get a 30-day rampage, and then we go to sleep for 2 months.
Well, they sleep for 6 months and they're awake for 6 months.
Python rules.
Anyway,
Vampires in Hawaii are less concerned about the sun and more concerned about the lava.
Mm-hmm.
That's another good thing to be wary of.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a Nosferatu.
just throw you in the volcano, they find you.
Oh, but Nosferatu live in sewer systems, which is closer to the geothermal activity.
That's true, but it's not like there's lava going through the sewer systems.
Not right now.
All it takes is one catastrophe.
I imagine it'd be easier to route it through there than it would be to carry a bucket into somebody's house.
Probably.
Anyway, you make your way to the airport, and you board your private jet.
Your resident geography student is getting very upset by this conversation. We'd best move it along.
Thank you.
That just makes me want to talk about it more, though.
We're moving along.
Magma. Okay, I'm done.
So, it's a few, I'm trying to think, it's several hours, but with time zones that you're skipping back through, it's basically only a couple of hours of flight.
Nina, it's worth mentioning, 100% shows up like you imagine the rock star showing up to a flight somewhere in the middle of a hangover with sunglasses on, like sort of meandering there, dropping down into his seat.
Well, once you get inside, it's much more like a. It looks like all the Hollywood representations of Air Force One, basically, but without the presidential seals and things. Where it's like actual like open rooms and tables and chairs rather than rows seats.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's actually this was one of the first Google searches to come up. The flight from Georgia to Hawaii is about 10 and a half hours, but you're heading back 6 hours in time zones, so it's actually only like relative
4 hours transited time, right?
Yeah, like relative time, it's only a 4-hour trip.
Well, relative time is the longer version.
I mean, yeah,
I think, yeah, because it's relative to you as opposed to relative to the.
But anyway,
Our experience is still 10 hours, and that's what matters.
You experience
Yes.
10 hours, even though the clock lies to you.
Thomas is awake for the entire time, looking out the window.
If anyone,
Mina is
if anyone,
simply assuming that this is a smoking flight, whether it is or not.
there are no signs that say no smoking.
There you go.
I meant to ask before, can I downgrade some of my bashing?
Oh yes, all of your bashing should be gone by now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
The plane has inboard Wi-Fi. If anyone needs to use their devices, feel free.
Nico pulls out the switch.
Zero spends most of the time attending to the freezer unit. Just making
Nico
sure
spends
that
most of the time trying to convince Zero to play Mario Party.
I am busy trying to make sure that our very delicate operation
will.
does not destroy itself.
I forget.
I
Did
knew
you
you
did you
would.
did you bring Lyra along?
Who?
Lyra, wrong character.
Not Lyra.
Colleen,
Hey,
different random NPC party member.
Yes.
yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Colleen was definitely coming along.
NPC party member from the other game that I'm running.
We are 100% not leaving the essential element to the saving of the universe, and a friend who's probably highly sought after by themselves in fucking Atlanta.
Yeah, no, it's not safe there.
Nope.
Yeah, so Colleen will play any Switch games that are put forward.
Sounds good. We've got ourselves a 4-man Mario Party going.
Astrid will probably play.
Good. There's our 4th.
Nina is the commentator, the sportscaster.
Put up,
Excellent.
hooked into the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
Zero in the background. When we had that installed, I don't think anyone doing the installation figured anything that unclassified would be on it.
Snooze, you lose.
Mm.
You could classify it.
I don't think you. I guess if you rewrote the code to include classified information, but that'd be some heavy tampering.
I would not want to go through the rigmarole of trying to get Donkey Kong a security clearance.
I'm sure his violent mood swings are probably would hinder
Yes.
his ability to get clearance.
As would the constant nudity.
So probably not so much, to be honest.
So there's a level of professionalism expected from security clearance holders.
He's wearing a tie.
And nothing else. The tie implies that he should be wearing other clothes.
He's a monkey.
Then why is he wearing a tie?
For
Because it looks
professionalism.
classy.
Because he's a formal monkey.
Yeah.
Strictly speaking, he's an ape. He doesn't have a tail.
Point.
Winston wears clothes.
But Diddy Kong does have a tail.
Which makes Diddy Kong a monkey, even though Donkey is an ape. They're supposedly family.
Well,
Are you,
family's more than blood.
William, are you trying to tell me that the Donkey Kong franchise is not biologically accurate?
Well, they're cousin Lanky's and orangutans, so.
Well, now my entire worldview is destroyed.
You're welcome.
And no one knows what the fuck. What is Tiny? No one knows what the fuck Tiny is.
I am wounded by the fact that Donkey Kong is not like the human centipede, 100% medically accurate.
Like the human centipede.
Yes.
Is it
That was
actually?
That was the human centipede's big selling point, is that it was 100% medically accurate.
That is horrifying.
Was that a lie?
There have been no, it would technically work.
For how
it
long?
wouldn't last long, but it would technically work.
Would it last as long as it does in the movie?
It doesn't really last all that long.
Well, there we go. Okay.
To be honest.
But anyway,
We're on a flight.
10 hours pass.
Yep.
You eventually land at one of the airports on the main island of Hawaii.
Ooh, palm trees.
I'm guessing Hilo International would probably be where we'd end up.
Probably, yes.
Nico has a number of national park maps in his bag. They will not be super helpful unless we actually are going there specifically.
Nerd. Probably useful. Where are we going?
We have a
We
car.
have
We have a,
hotel.
we have a car coming to pick us up for the hotel.
Okay.
I mean, if you're looking to throw something into a volcano, the map of the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park might be useful.
Yeah, but you got to get there first.
I mean, we have something else that works for that. It's called phones.
Yes.
I have to take scuba lessons, don't I?
Yes, you do.
You don't have to, but it's highly advised.
If I'm good. Yeah, if I'm supposed to.
If you
yeah.
want to dive into the ghostly lake, it is highly advised.
Thank you for phrasing it like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And with our luck, we'll be attacked by sharks. Let's go.
Don't say
Go out, get to the car that's coming to pick us up.
What was the name of that shifter breed?
Rokea.
What
Okay.
okay?
Okay, yes.
They are they're the best changing breed. That is not true, but they are the silliest.
Where's sharks?
They're the red, was it red fangs? Red talons. They're
Red
they're the
talons.
red talons of the sea.
It's not far wrong.
Not the worst description of them I've heard. Sure.
You stay on the
Most
land.
of them are named Bruce.
You stay on the land and we won't
Bruce.
eat you. So,
You've arrived at your hotel. What are your immediate plans?
oh, we should get this done with
Opening
quickly.
all the doors. Just all of the drawers. Looking at all the
Are
things.
we all in one big suite, or do
No,
we
you
have?
all have individual suites.
Okay.
Okay.
Individual penthouse suites.
Then I do not stop the opening of all the doors that is going on in Thomas's room.
Basically, like the entire top floor of this hotel has been taken over by us.
Sweet.
Nico goes straight to the gift shop, buys the most touristy aloha shirt he can find,
Mm.
a straw hat, and goes up and smokes weed on his balcony.
It's the
We're
most
getting the Hawaii experience within the first 15 minutes.
the most floral Hawaiian pattern shirt.
Oh, yeah.
It's an eyesore.
Yep.
Zero changes into his island attire, which is like board shorts and nothing else, basically.
So the tattoos are on full display then?
Oh yeah. Now the tattoos are on full display. He is wearing his blue eye contacts though, so but still has sunglasses on.
I think the only concession to clothing change, because Nina's honestly wearing something fairly airy anyways. It is going to be a large hat because sunburns suck,
And you're relatively pale.
and I am relatively pale. I did not cultivate Nina did not spend years cultivating this complexion to have it ruined by a day or two in the tropics.
The biggest sun hat you can find.
Yep, pretty much. And she is going to She is going to text somebody back home from the Union. X person, X contact within X member of the group, and ask who we know of. Who do we have in Hawaii?
All right. Roll me your contacts just to see.
Okay. Well, my contacts right now is going to be.
Yeah, because you can add your union dots to your contacts.
Yep. So that's a lot of contacts. That's a lot of contacts. I'm just gonna. There's not an easy way to just roll contacts. I'm just gonna roll.
Do a simple roll and just punch the number in.
Yeah. Really?
Oh.
Of course. 7 dice, 0 successes.
Really?
I don't know why you're surprised.
I mean, I'm amused at the very least.
This is our weekly reminder that the New World of Darkness system sucks.
Yeah, but you would have gotten 0 successes even in Old World.
he would have had 2 because it would have been diff 6 probably.
It would have been depending on the difficulty. Yes.
Yeah.
And I rolled a lot. Look at all those 5.
Yeah, no.
Like it
5,
wouldn't have been a
7.
lot of successes, but
Well,
it
no,
might have
would
been 2
successes.
But you absolutely know, if we were playing Old World, you would have, instead of rolling 4 5s, you would have rolled 4 1s.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And then the ones would have taken away those 2 successes, and then some.
And
yes, and then
botched.
it would have gone horribly wrong, and I would have gotten like somebody we thought was a contact, but who is actually like
Who was actually there to murder you?
yeah, is actually like my stalker or something like that. And that's why the Old World of Darkness system is better, because botches are fun. Anyways,
But
we don't know who our contact is, do we?
so I mean, you do learn. Like the question wasn't whether or not you had a contact, because
Right.
it's the Union. You know people everywhere.
Right.
It was a question of how important your contact would have been. But fortunately, even with 0 successes, you learn that you actually have a local contact in the area who is a scuba instructor.
Okay. Well, that's
So-
good to know. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a call then.
Her name is Gina, and she
Okay.
runs one of the local scuba schools, basically.
Cool. Yeah, I will ring her up.
William is not
Which
going
I
to
assume
attempt
there
to
are
follow
like
an accent.
37.
Yeah, I'm not. There's a ton of them, but I'm not attempting a Hawaiian accent, not even close.
This person has an accent. You don't hear it.
But yeah, she picks up the phone. How can I help you?
Hey, Gina. My name is Nina. We
Fuck,
have.
I didn't think about that one. I can't hear that.
It's fine.
Nina and
Page,
Gina
what?
diving in the water.
We have mutual friends, and I'll mention our mutual contact to make it clear who I am. Who we're both with, without saying explicitly over the phone.
Okay, yeah.
So me and some friends are in town. Have a little business to conduct. Nothing to worry about. But I was wondering, you're pretty obviously, being from here, gonna be aware of, people and places we might want to avoid. Places we might not necessarily be welcome. He says we might be looking for trouble if we go to that sort of thing. I was hoping to get a little bit of the lay of the land.
Well, don't go too far offshore at night.
Makes sense.
That's the big one, unless you want to be attacked by were sharks.
Fair. We generally don't.
They don't like anybody muddling their waters, but they tolerate it during the day because it's too open. So, but at night, you're free game.
Okay.
Zero gets excited. Zero
No
doesn't know this
strong or
information.
there's no places that we need to be on a special lookout if we're out and about on the island at night, anything like that.
Be on a lookout for some of the reserves get kind of cultish activity at night, especially nearer to the volcano, which we're not certain what's running it, but we have suspicions of supernaturals. So keep an eye out if you're heading up near the mountain anytime during night, after nightfall, especially near any of the volcano reserves. And then I would say if you're getting up Mauna Loa, watch out, because we will occasionally run into things that don't want us there up the mountain.
Duly noted. Appreciate it. We definitely
That's
were not
just this.
looking...
That's just this island. We have.
Oh
people
yeah,
on
I'm
the
sure
other
that there are
islands.
other. I think we're sticking here. And one other thing, there's somebody with their somebody who came with is actually this is not related to our usual business. Well, not directly, but somebody would probably be like to procure services
Oh,
as an instructor.
Someone wanting to learn diving. All right,
Yep.
I can teach that. You need a kit too, because I can provide. I mean, for a member of the union, for
Yeah,
our friends, for our friends and neighbors, I can provide some equipment too.
Awesome. I'll definitely need that. I will give him your number. You're going to be talking to a guy named Thomas.
All right.
So he should be in touch soon.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
Meanwhile,
So yeah,
okay.
go find Thomas really quick. Hey. So
Oh, hey. Cool. Thomas has not changed his clothes at all. Hi.
That's fine.
What?
You're in luck. We have I have somebody from my organization who happens to be a scuba instructor.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
So I just gave him a call. Her name is Gina.
Gina. Okay.
And she's definitely willing to happy to take on do some lessons. I will give you her number.
Cool.
She said she'll be happy to provide a kit because
Oh, sweet.
and I got some information for when we're actually ready to go out. But since you're doing that, I thought it'd be good for you, worth you having it.
Cool. Thanks.
Yep.
So I'm going to make a call to my local contacts.
All right. What are you looking for in particular?
First, I'm going to see if I can get a hold of the if there is one, the director of Chiron in this area.
Roll me a contacts.
A I don't think I have contacts. Would I just use my conspiracy status?
Yeah, just for your status at that point.
Because this isn't a normal contact. This is just a high-ranking member of my conspiracy. One on whom I am on par. One with whom I am on par. One success.
Chiron Group isn't super well established here in Hawaii. Like, they have a presence, but it's nothing like this place is not nearly as cityscape, massive corporate quality as anywhere else in the US, basically.
Yeah.
So the Chiron Group's operations are not super massive here. They don't have like the region itself is kind of rolled in with the California region, even though it's a good distance off the coast. So the regional director wouldn't be here, but there are like overseers and like general lower ranking commanders who are on the island.
I'll get whoever I outrank by the least number of steps on the phone.
Yeah. And yeah, you get one of the like branch managers, basically, like upper management, but nowhere near like regional command.
Yeah. On the phone. Hello. This is Zero Albright, Director of Operations for the Atlanta Chiron branch, on the phone.
Good morning, Director Zero. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking to procure a means of conveyance through restricted airspace above the Kilauea volcano for disposal purposes.
Are you looking to fly or simply climb?
Flying would be easier and less likely to attract unwanted attention on the ground. However, if that is not a possibility, then ground transport would be preferential.
Helicopter flight near the Kilauea volcano can get dangerous, particularly if extreme heat is playing in.
Yes, I understand it's restricted airspace.
Not for any red tape reasons, but for safety is the reason it's restricted.
It's not restricted. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
I can get you the clearance.
It is legitimately an FAA no-fly zone. So.
Yeah, no, legit.
Like I can get you the clearance, but I don't know that I can get you the equipment that could make that flight safely.
In that case, do we have any teams that make regular trips to the volcano, or no?
Some of our scouts keep an eye out there. There's been rumors of supernatural activity, potential parts for harvesting of unique regional variations on the various supernatural breeds.
Any specified time that is best for operations?
If you'd like to avoid contact with the enemy, we can head near the height of the day. It'll be hotter, but less dangerous. If you're less concerned about enemy presence, we can head in the evening for a less strenuous hike.
Less concerned about enemy presence, more concerned about ease of access. We have a highly volatile object that has to be injected into the core of the volcano.
For disposal purposes...
My God, that doesn't sound like you're trying to destroy the Earth or anything.
Hey, we've got this bomb we want to detonate in the Umbra.
You're right. Oh God damn it. No. That's how you get Gehennas.
Volcanic disposal purposes, it would probably be best to go during the day, simply because it's not unusual for research teams to head up there, and you're less likely to be attacked.
Can you blend us into a research team then? We'll have
Definitely. I'll have to get. How many sealant suits do I need?
He does a quick count better than I do.
6.
If you're including Colleen.
Yeah, we'll include Colleen. 6.
Very well. I will have those ready for you. When do you need them? By tomorrow?
Tomorrow would be best, yes.
They're ready for you by tomorrow. Where should I deliver them?
I'll give him the address. Have our
And
guide have our guides here with them as well, so that they can lead us up. This is unfamiliar territory for all of us.
Your guide will be the research team you're blending in with then.
Very well. Thank you very much. I'll be sure to put in a good word with the director in California.
Thank you very much, Director.
Buzz. Then group text to the group that are here. Have our inn to the volcano. We'll be blending in with a research team tomorrow morning.
Okay. I will pass along all the information that I got from of places to avoid, etc.
Okay.
Nico
Just in
has
case,
sobered up somewhat.
just in case you go out. I know I certainly am. We're in fucking Hawaii.
Yes. I'll be take the day to enjoy yourselves.
Astrid's
goes-
gonna put on her. Oh, sorry. Astrid's gonna put on her bikini and go down to the beach.
That answers my question. Nico
I
goes
was
and knocks
gonna
on
say.
Astrid's door, and there's no answer, obviously.
Either that or she opens it as he's knocking.
Either way, whichever works best for you.
Timing wise, probably considering the setup time, you probably go to knock on it and she's just finished changing into a bikini.
Okay. Blink,
She will
blink.
open. Yes.
Gives you a once over.
Yes.
Well, I was going to ask what your opinions on books were, but apparently you've got a different agenda in mind.
I was gonna go to the beach.
Okay. Need anything before you head out?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, I'm going to look at local bookstores. So if I turn up missing or dead, start looking there.
All right. Sounds good.
Have fun.
You too.
Nico's looking for the closest underground occult bookstore that he can find.
Zero is also going to the beach. At which point, any of you that are in the hallways when he passes by see that he's got a very complex set of what are very clearly Spanish gang tattoos that go all down his torso, except for right here where you would be able to see a tie if he was wearing one, down the front and back, and end just at the biceps on both sides with the military tattoos on his left bicep. He's also very pale.
Thomas texts Gina. Hey, Nina said you could hook me up with some scuba lessons. This is Ted.
The name I was given was Thomas. The call comes back.
All right. Stupid autocorrect. Period.
You want to have this conversation over the phone? Question mark.
Sure. I don't know how this normally goes.
Your phone rings.
Smooth and professional.
Listen, you
college
use
shit.
code names. You like meet up with other hunters. It's like,
No.
just trying to be cool.
Paul and I have infected Thomas.
Wrong with you people?
Hey,
Hi, Thomas. This is Gina. So you're looking to get some scuba lessons?
yep.
All right. In our line of business, I suspect you're going to need it quick rather than the usual 6 weeks it takes,
Uh-huh.
unless you guys are planning to stay here for several weeks.
Oh, that'd be great, but no. Thorough though. Please, thorough. Would be
Right.
good.
I'll give you the quick and dirty, everything you would need to pass your certification and to survive.
Cool.
We'll skip over the boring bits.
Right? Oh, just over the phone or?
You will come down to the beaches by the Hawaiian Paradise Park, and I will teach you everything you need to know. Would you like to do this today or tomorrow or the day after?
Well, tomorrow we've got a thing in the morning. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but yeah, I can do it today. It's fine.
All right, head down to the beach by the Hawaiian Paradise Park, and I will meet you there.
Cool.
Text me when you get close so I know to look for you.
Can do. Click.
Please, somebody tell Thomas not to take his sword with him.
Oh my god.
That was my next question.
Sword.
I just love how much Jeremy's dying right now.
Oh my god.
Nina,
You
Nina,
just want to tell me it over the phone. God damn.
Nina. None of us are with him right now. Nina, quick.
Nina's not with him.
Damn it.
Nope.
Nina made some very general assumptions that Thomas would be able to handle a simple phone conversation and scuba instructions.
And then it started
Nervous.
with a text.
So Thomas
Clearly, she has made a horrible mistake.
Yeah. Thomas goes strolling through town with a sword.
Yeah. Yeah. He would have brought a swimsuit with him. So he's going to get changed into that, and then put all of his clothes back on over stuff, and head out with sword. So I'm ready.
Are you disguising your sword at all, or is it just a sword on your back?
Yeah. I think he's been doing the what do we get a golf club bag? I think.
Or pool cue
Been
bag.
doing that.
The pool bag, pool cue.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. Yeah. Yeah. He's been doing
For
that.
all those billiards halls that are here in the tourist trap of Hawaii.
Yeah. Yes.
Ugh. But yeah, so you make your way to the beach. 3 different people make their way to either 2 or 3 different sections of beach.
Please tell me I end up going to the section of the beach where I can see Thomas walking in full get-up with sword.
I don't know. Would you be heading just straight east to the nearest beach, or
I'm doing local recon of the area in the water, so I'm basically gonna spend the day roaming the beaches and waterfronts. So,
eventually, probably?
Okay.
I mean, the point that I indicated Thomas to go is literally on Google Maps, identified as Hawaiian beaches. So,
Yeah. Eventually that'll happen, I imagine. But right now it's just Thomas.
Yep.
I don't know if Astrid runs into Zero on the way out or not. I don't know.
She's going to the nearest beach.
Yeah.
She's kind of just wandering around. She didn't look at a map. She doesn't care.
it's just probably considering you probably landed let's see, where's the airport on Hawaii?
Oh, I definitely stop and get, how in the hotel lobby they always have the wooden thing with all the brochures. I picked one of everyone. It's in the bag too.
So Hilo International is basically due south of most of the Hilo beaches,
Yep.
if that's where we flew into.
Yeah, so yeah, you ended up at the Hilo International, which means you would be in Hilo. So the nearest beach would be north. The beach that Thomas is heading to is actually southeast, right past Hawaiian Paradise Park. And yeah, Zero's just trolling the beaches in general.
Yep. The waterfront in general. So I'll be in the water some, I'll be on the beach, and I'll be on the section just before the beach where all the market stalls are.
Are you picking up a water ski or anything?
No, I was just swimming.
Meanwhile, Nico's looking for an occult bookstore. What is Nina doing?
Going out and she is going to make her way through several street markets. like ostensibly during the standard tourist thing. But mostly she is spending her time getting the lay of the land and becoming, like, she will spend the full day becoming as intimately familiar with like everything around the general vicinity of the hotel, and then spreading out into the downtown area as much as possible.
I like that Zero and Nina are doing the same thing, just at two different sections of the area.
Exactly.
So make me a wits and streetwise, Nina.
Okay.
Just to see how well you retain what you can figure out of the local city area as my camera goes in and out of focus.
Would I need to make a wits and something roll as well?
For you, it'd be wits and survival.
Fuck you, dice.
Oh,
that was close too.
I don't have any.
Yes, look at those goddamn sevens.
I don't have any dots in survival for some reason. I don't know why I don't, but I don't.
Yeah, because you're not hiking all that much.
Yeah, but my background requires that I have dots in lots of things I don't have the XP for, so I'm just gonna spend a willpower on this.
We'll see how you two are concurrently doing at trying to memorize things.
Just getting a lay of the land. 1 success.
So the city is built to be sort of confusing. It's generally designed to try and get tourists lost and wandering, because when they start wandering, they start asking questions and they potentially start shopping. So it's real easy to get turned around in the area around Hilo. So you end up making an acquaintance of several of the shopkeepers and general people around. You probably disappoint them by not spending too much money unless you just go on a shopping spree. It's up to you.
She's gonna get a bunch of decent amount of knickknacks and touristy stuff, because that's important to maintaining cover of actually being a tourist there.
Fair.
If you just go around and like just talk to a bunch of people and then you don't pick anything up, people remember you.
Yeah. So you make a few friends of some of the local shopkeepers and learn a few things. It's mostly idle town gossip. You don't particularly learn anything that's hunt relevant, you might say. But you do get like a general, like, a lay of the land as far as a civilian would be concerned.
Mm-hmm. Good enough.
I feel like I'm picking up numbers on the beach because Zero is attractive.
Probably. With 1 success, Zero, you are sort of getting a general idea of the layout of the beaches, which ones are mostly tourist traps, which ones are people just being there to relax, which ones people are actively surfing or doing any kind of water-based activities. And eventually you come across the beach that Thomas is on, where the man in full, like, sweater and pants is slowly disrobing down to swimming trunks with a giant pool cue bag that he's just laid next to him.
Mally's.
Thomas.
While this dark-skinned, dark-haired woman who is already dressed in swimwear is sort of going over the basics of how the scuba gear works. Has a wetsuit if Thomas wants it, but
I approached. I look over at the woman whom I am assuming is just a scuba instructor because I have no idea that she's union. And so, Thomas.
Oh, hey! Pops head back out of shirt. What's up?
Hey, can I talk to you real quick over here?
Sure.
Pull Thomas away.
What's up?
Why did
didn't
you
hear my phone?
No. Why did you bring your sword to the beach?
I didn't want to leave it behind.
So, I know you're new. It's a thing called blending in.
Yeah.
where we
It's
try
in the bag.
not to draw too much attention to ourselves when we're operating in a new territory, because we don't know what sort of things might be watching. Wandering the beach in full clothes? That's fine. Carrying around a random billiard bag, a random billiard pole bag on a beach where there are no pool halls or reason for you to have it.
Okay.
Stands out,
Okay.
particularly to people that know what they're looking for. Should have left it behind.
Okay. Right.
I assume you're taking scuba lessons, right?
Can you give me a no? They don't have bags.
I will hide it somewhere nearby.
Oh, you can't touch it.
It's in a. I can't touch the bag?
You won't be able to move it. I'll get it.
Look,
it's
there's
fine.
a trash can over there. Put it behind it.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
I'm just taking it as
Cool, man.
read that whatever that was just said is true. Why won't I be able to pick it up?
You can try. After put by the trash can. Anyway, see you, man.
Once it gets put down, I'm gonna try to pick it up and see if I can or not.
I will hold out my hand for a fist bump. You may leave me hanging, but
I will do the fist bump.
Sweet.
But once it's hidden behind the trash can, I'm gonna try to pick it up. Well, and see if I can or not.
Just make me a strength check. I want to see this.
Thomas will
I
casually
am
leave it
really
over
excited
there,
for the possibility of we then zoom out to a map of Hawaii and just a little poof.
Yeah. Is it just a flat strength check? Is it strength athletics? Strength
you
brawl,
can add
strength
athletics
weaponry?
to it. Sure.
Okay.
You can add athletics to it. Sure.
Okay.
Or cut to several football fields down the beach, and
Perfect.
we just see Zero go flying across the screen.
To Jeremy's point, that would have been 3 successes minimum. But no, in this system, it's not 0 successes.
Frankly speaking, I was doing that for my amusement. You can't lift this thing. You try and your hand goes nowhere. You put your hand around the hilt and you pull and nothing even budges.
So I put my hand around the strings of the bag and I pull.
Yeah, you pull and nothing budges. The bag moves around the sword, but the sword doesn't move an inch.
Does it feel like it's locked spatially in position?
It feels like it is not moving.
It doesn't feel like
it's just laying on the ground.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But you can't move it.
Does it feel like it's heavy, or does it feel like it can't move?
It feels absurdly heavy. We're talking Mjolnir not able to move.
Fuck is this bullshit? I just muttered to myself over in one corner. And now I'm going to take up a position nearby so that I can keep an eye on where the sword's been hidden and Thomas.
Starting to wonder why Thomas was so concerned about leaving it behind. What did he think?
Yeah,
was gonna
exactly.
happen?
What the fuck was going to happen?
You don't know.
And I text, while I'm sitting here keeping an eye on everything, I text Nina. Thomas brought his sword to the beach.
There's a pause, and she looks away from the vendor that she's talking to. She just gave money for tikis or something. Looks down. Text back. I can't say I'm surprised. I suppose I'm a little disappointed.
I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
And then immediately after, it's don't worry though, the instructor's one of my peeps.
Good. I had him hide it anyways.
Good.
Also, I can't lift it? ?
There's just a couple seconds pause, and then you just don't fuck with the sword. Just don't do it.
And I text Nico and going, "What do you know about spatially locked weaponry?"
Nico, meanwhile, as we cut to Nico, go ahead and roll me a wits and occult just to see if you can piece out anything that might be legitimate and not just fucking old kitsch.
Okay. 3 successes.
All right. So you find what strikes you as an incredibly out of place building to anyone who is culturally knowledgeable, because you've got like a Haitian like styled building in the middle of a Hawaiian city, which to anyone who knows jack shit seems like it might fit, but to anyone who knows anything about actual cultures stands out.
Right. You're like, all right.
One of these things is not like the other.
Well, Nico, in his Bruno Mars cosplay, walks inside.
Are you feeling that uptown funk?
So you walk in, and there is this incredibly old woman, very, very dark complexion, completely white of hair, the old woman that you see when you picture an ancient voodoo hag, which is fitting in the one Haitian building in this Hawaiian place.
Nico kind of walks in, looks her up and down. Hi, I'm new in town.
Hello there.
Looking for information on... Let's start with local folklore.
The things that are... What kind of folklore are you looking for, young man?
Say somebody accidentally stumbled into a taboo area on the Big Island here, especially if they were walking up to look at one of the volcano mouths. What might they stumble across that would be unhappy it was being disturbed? And how can you avoid such accidents?
Are you planning a trip up the mountain?
Well, there's a possibility we might. And I'm the sort of hiker that likes to do adequate research on the ecosystem to make sure we leave no trace.
But you're looking for folk creatures rather than geographical and environmental surveys.
Nico pulls out one of his national park maps. I've got the basics covered. I'm looking for the stuff they don't put on these that a conscientious expedition should consider.
All right. Let me see what I can find. Well, the first thing that you'd want to be worried about if you're doing anything untoward anywhere on the island would be to keep an eye out for the night marchers.
Okay. How do they present themselves?
The night marchers are the ghosts of ancient Hawaiian warriors, still as deadly in death as they were in life.
Do they only come out at night, or is that more pejorative?
It tends to be accurate. on nights that are honoring the Hawaiian gods of Kane, Ku, and Lono, or on any of the nights of Kanaloa, they're said to come forth from their burial sites. Or rise from the ocean and march to ancient Hawaiian battle sites and other sacred places. And it's said that any who stumble across them are in mortal peril, should they think them an ancient enemy.
Well, we are a lot of white people, so.
She smirks.
Wrong.
Okay. Stay away from night marchers. Maybe hike in the daytime. Are there any earmarks on these sacred or culturally significant spaces that might not be apparent to a casual observer? You might not know you were stumbling on a sacred site until it's too late, unless you know what to look out for?
Potentially. She sort of lays out a spread of books. If you'd like to buy something and peruse it, you might learn something.
I would very much like to do that. Thank you, ma'am. How many books does she have out?
Like 3 or 4.
All of them.
All right. You purchase these books from this strange old lady.
He might be getting taken for a ride, but this is the sort of ride he doesn't mind paying for.
Right.
Yep. And that's about when you get that text.
Okay. Looks down at it. Thank you so much. This will be very helpful. And I'll see you later.
She waves.
Nico walks out, texts the gif of Kat Dennings going yum yum to back to Zero.
Yes.
From Thor: The Dark World. And then where are you?
On the beach, Thomas brought his sword with him to scuba class, and apparently only Thomas can move it. I tried. It didn't work.
Nico texts back, have you seen it in an elevator?
No,
Can the elevator move it?
I have no idea.
Nico just texts back, I'll be right there. And because he's stupid, assumes that it's the same beach that Astrid said she was headed to and goes there.
I will respond with I'll be right there with a location tag.
Oh, okay. That'll stop him. And he'll actually go to the correct place.
Because I know I've been wandering for a while.
So, yeah, you head that way. Astrid, are you doing anything other than relaxing on a beach for an evening?
She's kind of just hunting around and seeing if she can find anything interesting that's washed up on shore.
Roll me wits and composure.
Like a were shark.
I mean, that would definitely qualify as interesting if it's washed up on shore.
I sit back with her.
Out of curiosity, how many lethal does Astrid still have?
4. Yep, 4. And that's 0.
Nothing of particular notice catches your eye. It's mostly just the beach that you're on is mostly tourists and people sitting around and wasting time.
She'll pick up some interesting like shells.
Yeah.
I like that we're on vacation technically and we're all still working.
I mean, this is vacationing. This is just vacationing smartly. You go to the vacation spot, you find out what your places to avoid if you don't want to die.
Fair.
Nina refuses to be the extra in a hostile film.
Right. I'm pretty sure they don't have night marchers on Wiki Travel.
Right.
You think the TSA warns other nation, like travelers from other nations in the USA of the purge?
Oh,
hope
like
so.
you're approaching Purge Night.
Like if you're
Careful
like
if you're traveling.
like yeah, like if you're or like if you're going like if you get into the airport but you haven't technically crossed into American soil yet, because until you cross customs, you're still in international airspace technically. And it's like before you do that, they're like, now be warned, the purge starts tomorrow night. If you want to get back on the plane, is that a thing in the world of the purge?
So
I like that Jeremy has an answer.
as we learn, and I want to say election year, which is the third movie. First movie is a prequel, so it's goes chronologically late movie. There are people who come to America to purge.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the world is very aware of it, obviously.
Yeah.
Purge tourism.
Yeah, I'm just curious if like not for the people that are coming to purge, but like the people that were unaware of the time frame, like just like is there like a safety warning for travelers traveling?
I would
around
assume so. There is definite like nobody is not aware if they're in the borders of the U.S.
Okay.
that it's coming up.
Yeah, eventually, Nico, you make your way over to the beach where Zero is and where Thomas is being educated on how to operate scuba gear. Speaking of Thomas, roll me wits and intelligence.
This will go well.
How many dots do you have in that?
3 total. Woo!
Wow.
You're a natural.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're actually picking up on this relatively quickly, which is good because she is giving you the quick and dirty version.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, he was
man,
real nervous. He's just like focused.
Of Thomas's 3 brain cells, 2 of them are firing.
Yep. Cool. Okay.
She's giving you the operational mechanics of like this is how it physically functions, and here's what you need to know to not die.
Yep.
And here are the basics. She's not giving you any of the long nuance and education that takes up the majority of the 6
Do
weeks.
I
before
get
you
all the
actually...
safe? Because there's like several days usually of here are all the things that can go horribly wrong if you get a bubble in your blood, you get narked, all sorts of weird things that can happen. Do I get any of that?
Yeah, she doesn't tell you any of the things that could go horribly wrong that are out of your control.
Cool.
She only tells you about the things that could go horribly wrong if you fuck something up.
Got it.
Don't come up too quickly.
Understood. Yep. Don't hold your breath.
Don't hold your breath. Don't come out too quickly. Because then bad shit happens.
Yep.
Anyway, yep. He's very focused on that. Probably not even aware of definitely not aware of sword conversations.
Yeah. Nico gets over.
No. Got a bag that doesn't move, huh?
Yeah. Just point over to where it's hidden.
Nico will go over, give it a tug. It obviously doesn't move.
No.
Nico pull out a glove. Pop. Unzip the bag. Look inside.
There's a sword in there.
He boops the sword.
It does not move.
Okay. Looks over to where Thomas is.
Thomas is like doing like a crab walk with the tanks on.
Yeah.
Like the idea that-
He's doing like you do a backward shuffle. That's a good way to do a safe water entry on a beach. And yeah, it's just very focused on that. The mask is fogging up.
Okay.
He looks very nervous.
I like the
Alright.
idea that this entire scene is just taking place. Like camera frame is on Thomas, and you just see all of this happening in the back.
In the background, yeah, right.
We're Easter eggs in the background of the shots.
Right, yeah. Nico takes his ungloved hand and boops the hilt.
Does not move. You recall that Thomas swings this thing like it weighs literal nothing. like
Mhm.
absolutely weightless, which is why he's able to swing it like using light sword styles, even though it's a Zweihander.
Throws the glove away. Bends down. Only one more thing to do then.
I tried to pick it
He
up.
licks the
earlier.
handle.
You lick a handle.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, it's a sword. Just
yeah.
doesn't move.
in some cultures, that's definitely unhygienic. No,
Oh, I'm sure it was very unhygienic here as
I
well.
thought-
I've
I
got a
thought the-
solution for that, however. And he pulls out an airplane bottle of whiskey and just mouthwashes.
I thought the one thing left to do, just one thing left to do. Hey Thomas, what's with this sword that doesn't move?
And we'll get to that. We'll get to that. This was just the initial investigation.
yeah, Thomas is roughly the same strength as I am, so it was weird to not be able to pick this thing up.
Here's a thought. I bet you Colleen could move it.
Colleen could eat it.
I mean, she could do that too.
I mean, magic. I mean, obviously it's a magic sword, but it's fucking Mjolnir apparently.
Actually, Thomas has exactly the same strength as Zero.
Yeah.
No, roughly about it.
Roughly because you don't measure your strength in real life in number of dots.
Right.
I mean, yeah, but-
There is some slight variation between the two, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There are not 5 ranks of human strength.
I don't know. It depends
Otherwise,
on who
the
you
Olympics would
ask.
be really damn boring.
I don't know. It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, that's fair.
There are at least 2, according to some idiots.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't fucking move.
That's why is he worried about it leaving it places then?
Maybe it's an emotional support sword.
I feel like something's very wrong if a sword is your emotional support item.
You're one to talk.
Thank you.
I don't have an emotional support item.
You probably should.
My emotions are very well balanced. Thank you very much.
By virtue of being non-existent.
By virtue of
Zero is a balanced number.
by virtue of all being fake. Yes.
It's not balanced.
Tell that to Star Wars.
I think we can all agree that the Jedi are objectively not balanced.
No, they're not. Why they have to all die?
Yeah, they balanced the Force after all the Jedi died and then the Sith died. You brought it to 0.
Anyways,
They made it a literal zero-sum game.
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on. Haven't the Jedi ever heard of, fucking therapy?
I'm just.
No.
I was just
It's
laughing.
a
at
lot
the fact
easier
that-
than genocide and cheaper as well.
I was just laughing at the fact that the Jedi think 3,000 on one side and 0 on the other is a balanced equation.
Anyway. Yeah. I'm sure he'll pick it up when he's ready.
I mean, yeah, no, told him to hide it, but I was just, I've never heard of actual Mjolnir before.
Well, it sticks out like a sore thumb. So, yes, leaving it in the hotel room would have been the better tactical choice, but
Now you've got me thinking about whether or not he ever has left it on an elevator. And if
I can
so,
tell
what
you, he
happened?
probably did once and then learned the elevator grinds to a halt if he's not carrying the sword. And thus doesn't leave it sitting on an elevator anymore.
I still think that he's accidentally lets go of it one time and just stays wherever he lets go.
yeah, no, I don't. Nico kind of stamp on the concrete, which I assume doesn't seem like it's under any particular undue stress.
Not particularly.
Yeah, it's not like it's magically heavy, except possibly as people are concerned.
All right, well. Learn anything interesting as I sit down next to.
I got 4 books. Here, read one. He just grabs one at random and shoves it into your hands.
Take one, start
There's
reading.
these thing called Night Marchers, and they're apparently ancient Hawaiian warrior ghosts that show up at special times and in special places. And if they think you're an enemy, they murder you. Which, of course, my elixir could help with one of them, although I would feel very iffy about potentially inhaling and consuming somebody's ancestral hero. That's
probably not a good idea.
like, it's bad enough everything that happened. I feel like that's just
yeah.
insult on top of injury at that point.
Yeah. I wouldn't be too terribly worried about ghosts. They tend to like me, but
Okay. Well, and apparently they mostly come out at night. I don't know if we had a particular schedule in mind. But...
No, we're going in the morning with a research team.
Okay, so probably not an issue.
And they're my folks too, so they know the spaces to avoid on the climb.
Gotcha.
As you pour through the books, in particular about the Night Marchers, you learn basically what's on the Wikipedia article about Night Marchers.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this feels really like a Wikipedia article, doesn't it? I flipped
I
through.
mean,
No, they left the citation in the book. They just copied and pasted. Let's show it to him.
well, I mean, apparently if you grow certain plants around your home, they'll stay away, so that's nice.
Look up, see how Thomas is doing.
He has put his feet in the water at this point.
This is
Whoa,
gonna be
okay.
this is
a
gonna
big step.
this is gonna be a long day.
Honestly, these Night Marchers feel a lot like kind of a Hawaiian version of the Wild Hunt.
Do my Darth Vader impression.
I've never encountered the Wild Hunt.
I mean, just by repute
Yeah.
for me, but you look, and he flips to another page where it talks about the signals of their approach being particular odors and the sound of a conch shell being blown and war drums in the distance and that kind of thing.
Yeah, everything but the horses.
Yeah. Horses aren't endemic to the Hawaiian Islands.
Yeah,
So
that would make sense. I wonder if there's a connection between the two.
maybe.
Like if whatever, the same spiritual conflux that created the Wild Hunt created this.
Or if it's a similar entity that just resonates differently in various cultures and appears based on cultural archetypes, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like some sort of more specific spiritual entity.
Sounds like a good research project for after we're done with a volcano.
Yeah. If you were looking for Astrid, she's on the northern beach.
Oh, okay.
I closed the book and handed it back to him.
And Nico will sit cross-legged next to a trash can with a sword hidden behind it and read books.
And scene.
Yeah. So Thomas, you get the basic rundown of here's how you don't fuck up. Here's how you operate things. Here's how you survive. Don't do this or you will die.
Got it. Cool. So I would need to have another lesson. This is
If you come back the day after tomorrow or whenever you've got time, I can teach you more thoroughly, but you've got enough to make a dive, she says.
cool. Thanks.
Assuming you remember all of it.
Yep. Well, thanks much. Yeah, I'll text if works out schedule wise. But cool.
All right.
He's gonna pack everything up. I'm assuming did she give me the gear for like
Yeah,
taking back with? Okay.
Yeah, she said the gear is yours, keep it, you'll need it.
Cool. He'll haul things over. go retrieve. Well, we'll haul things over. Go retrieve the sword. Stick that somewhere in the middle of everything, and start heading back to the hotel.
And yeah, as you guys are watching, as Thomas walks over to the sword, he just picks it up like it weighs literal nothing.
Yep.
Thomas, have you ever put that down in an elevator?
Huh? Yeah. Don't.
I just gesture towards. I gesture towards Nico.
Did you go
He
swimming?
just gives you a thumbs up.
Yep, I did.
Cool. What time is it right now? Is it pretty late or not so much?
It's getting later in the evening.
William, from where I
Okay.
recall, the
So
spirit,
basically, we've all been up for like 19 hours straight at least at this
Yeah.
Jet lag is setting in.
point.
William, question. From what I recall, based on where the spirit funnel was, did it look like it was heading towards the deepest parts of Lake Lanier, or one of the more shallow?
Definitely one of the
areas?
deeper parts.
Okay, cool. Because at its deepest, Lake Lanier is about 160 feet deep. So
Oh yeah, very deep.
the average deep dive length for scuba is 130 feet.
Mhm.
We're going 30
Um,
feet beyond that.
Yeah. Thomas is gonna text Nina. I'm alive with way too many eyes.
I'm alive, I am so alive.
Were you not supposed to be?
No, your instruction was good. Thanks for hooking me up. I'm gonna go crash.
Both will fly.
Holy
Have
shit!
fun
Did you
with
guys know
that.
that there's a sport called lava sledding?
I do now.
No,
Like the lava has cooled, obviously, but yeah,
that was not.
Hawaii
entirely
goes
obvious.
hard, man.
Yeah.
It does. Don't fuck with Hawaii.
I feel like that was in character.
That was all in character.
All right, well, let's go get some rest. We got to get up early in the morning. I will text Nina and Astrid because they're the only ones that aren't here. We're heading back to the hotel.
Astrid's swimming. She does not have her phone on her.
Okay.
She'll get the text whenever she comes out.
Yep.
Yeah, you just get back. Cool. Everybody's still alive.
Yep.
It is getting later in the evening, though. Astrid, the sun is beginning to set.
Yeah, as it gets dark, she's gonna head back.
I'll go past
I
the fuck
assume
out.
this hotel has a bar.
Yep.
Nico's camped out there.
That's the first place she would go when she gets back.
Oh, okay.
Almost like Nico knew that.
Astrid bar.
You both meet at a bar.
He's got 4 books laid out and is taking notes.
Anything interesting?
Night marchers, lava sledding, something called Menehune, which seem more fun than threatening, but you never know.
Is lava sledding threatening or something people do here?
Something people do. It's like snowboarding, but on rocks, because, why not?
Sounds kind of dangerous.
You think? Yeah.
What are these night things?
Ancient spirits that wake up and march to and from sacred spaces and generally kill people if they run into them, unless you're really, really lucky and one of your ancient relatives happens to be amongst the night marchers.
Or according to some myth, if you just fall face flat on the floor.
Mhm. Yeah, there's the potential that physical prostration will be considered a sign of respect and they'll walk past you, but I'm just glad we're going up the mountain during daylight hours.
Okay, yeah, that was going to be my question. Do we know where these things are?
Everywhere and nowhere.
not so much. They haven't really mapped them from what I know. And this is just a book that I got off of an old lady in a voodoo shop. So
don't go wandering off at night, basically.
yeah. I'm thinking that's probably a good idea. Especially if you hear drums and people blowing shell horn things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So, how was the swim?
I didn't really find anything interesting. I like to find things on beaches sometimes.
Good. No, I was asking more on the whole, like, do you feel like did any of your injuries, were there any problems?
No, I'm good.
Okay, good.
It's also helpful that I'm relaxing and not currently murdering things.
It's good to have various types of relaxation options
Yeah.
rather than just the one.
Yeah.
Do you need me to give you a once? That sounds bad. I'm going to turn in. Let me know if you need anything.
To what?
Astrid will also go to bed.
So,
William, check roll
Sitting
20
at
chat.
yeah, I know.
Sitting in the corner of the bar, he just watches them go separate ways. So like, this is fucking painful to watch.
Speaking of, everyone can roll me a witch composure real quick.
Okay.
2 successes.
4 successes.
0 successes. I'm going to blame that on
1.
me having called one of those numbers I got. Because I'm on vacation too.
So, it's nearing the end of the lunar cycle. Specifically, in this particular one, it would be the 27th day of the lunar cycle. And as the night begins to roll in, you start to hear the sound of drums in the distance. Eventually, one of you hears a conch shell. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
We'll be back in
3
just a
of us
minute.
are aware of what that might mean.
Yeah. If you're watching on Twitch, please stay tuned with these commercial messages. Also remember, when we take a break, you take a break. So stand up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, use the bathroom, whatever you need to do. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye for now.
Bye for now. Whoop, that's the wrong one. Hey, we're back.
Welcome back.
Jeremy, don't look under your seat.
Nico's texting everybody saying, "Stay inside."
Hold on. I'm supremely confused right now.
He literally just said it to confuse you. There was no purpose there.
Like my head was running through like did like Martin come in and like put something under the chair that you guys saw or something? Or like, because I know you didn't put anything there because we're like a continent away.
Don't doubt my prowess, Jeremy. All I have to do is press a button on this phone.
That is not true.
And it will call you.
There will be a reaction. That was just because, like, at the before with the break, you were like, "Wait, are we gonna die?" Or someone was like so "Don't look under your seat. I've left you a present."
But Nico sends everybody a text. It says, "Stay inside."
Astrid will send back. I assume you heard it as well.
Wait, okay, so other people are hearing the drums?
At that, Nico just
Yes.
walks out in the hall and starts opening people's doors.
Mine's locked.
Bang, 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 bang.
You hear the sound of bodies in the room. Then the door opens.
Shit, they've already gotten to him. He breaks down the door.
And the door opens. Yes.
Night Marchers. You hear that?
No. Sorry, I was preoccupied.
Now you do.
Now I do.
Nico tries to do the lean look.
There are 2 other bodies in the bed.
Just keep everybody inside and stay away from the windows, probably.
Right.
And make sure your phone's on ring just in case.
Sure, yeah. Actually, you guys are going to be texting, aren't you? It already started buzzing.
I'm
clear,
just getting...
This is like immediately after they left, right? The bar.
Yeah,
Not
this
after
is
a full night.
It's a little while after they left, right
Okay.
after it started getting dark.
Right. So I'm still down in the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nico's apparently assembled Thomas and Astrid, maybe, by this point.
Yep.
Then. Thomas, did you get filled in on Night Marchers?
What? No, what?
All right. Let's go find Nina,
Where's-
because I don't think
yeah.
she has either.
Yeah,
They will
Don't
kill you.
I'll be
Engage.
down to join you guys in a minute. Close the door.
However long it takes, man.
He brings the sword with. It's in the bag.
This time
but
I'm not objecting.
Yeah, I figured.
I'll
there.
I'll join them in about 30 minutes.
We'll see where we are in 30 minutes. Is Nina still in the bar?
Yep. Oh, you're
So
back.
yeah, Nico trails in and drops a book in front of you. Sounds like we've got Night Marchers.
It sounds like a thing that we should be worried about.
Nico gives you the Cliff Notes version on Night Marchers.
Right. Okay.
Are they inside? I try and listen.
Staying indoors seems to be advisable,
Okay. All right. Okay.
particularly if Nico goes to one of the windows and looks out to see if the hotel has the proper plants that were referenced, the tea plants or not.
This hotel does not.
Although we're missing some of the floral warding that might otherwise be
Oh,
considered
we need
more
like
helpful.
garlic flowers or something.
No, tea plants, the ones they
But
make the skirts
you-
out of.
You do notice that the actual like residential places nearby the hotel that people that like actual natives live in, people who live on this island rather than just people coming through, those houses have them.
Right.
So I know this is dangerous, but are we sure this isn't just like, I mean, this is Hawaii. They have like late night shows and stuff with drums.
I'm going to be very embarrassed if I have been jumping the gun because there's a parade.
There's a faint spectral glow that begins to round around some of the houses that you can see out the window.
Never mind.
There's
That
no
doesn't look like a parade.
Never mind. Just a suggestion.
They're not gonna like come in though, are they?
Fuck if I know. Is this hotel built on sacred ground? Goes over to the gift shop or looks for some sort of plaque or something.
The hotel is not built on sacred ground. You imagine that it would be a poor plan to build a hotel on a sacred ground site when this happens occasionally.
It
And
hasn't stopped literally everybody west of the Mississippi.
Right?
I mean, yes.
There's a whole movie about that.
I feel,
But fair.
I feel like we're going to be safe in here because if this is something that usually happens, I think this hotel would have the plants or
Yeah,
have some way
yeah.
to be aware of the situation
Or
and
there'd
ward
be
these
like-
things off.
There'd be like a body count or something. You know,
Yeah, if
Zero probably checked the reviews, right? Okay, this will be fine.
Yep. All right. You
Probably.
are also not supposed to make eye contact. Like, don't even look at them. So I'm voting we go upstairs or something.
Sure. Did they climb?
There's a text that hits all of your
They're
phones that just
ghosts.
says there's a text that hits all your phones that just says battlefields of the like that these spirits are heading towards very rarely occurred 7 stories in the air.
Yeah, that. I mean, they could float up, but
Yeah. But yeah, apparently you like burn to death if you even look at them, whether or not they see you. So this is kind of an Orpheus in the underworld sort of thing.
right.
I'm
Thomas closes his eyes.
I'm looking around the bar. Are we the only people here?
At this point, yes.
is there a bartender?
Nope.
Yep.
Any employees?
There, you do not see. You don't know when they left, but no one here is still present except for you guys.
Nina says, "All right,
Let's go upstairs.
yeah, hold on
Elevator. Nope.
1 minute." And she walks over. She steps behind the bar. Grabs she grabs some bottles off the top shelf.
That's smart. Astrid will grab a bottle.
Okay, here we go though. Like now, I'm gonna go over to the elevator and push a button, and then rethink it and say, should we just climb the stairs? It's like a fire situation.
I mean, unless the doors of the elevator are currently open, I'd say, yeah, let's do stairs. I can do stairs.
Yeah.
Stairs are fine.
Stairs are fine.
Right.
Good cardio.
You climb 6 stories of stairs
Yep.
and make it back up to the penthouse floor. There are windows in these penthouse apartments. What are you doing?
Do they have blinds and curtains?
They do.
Yep.
Shut.
Close.
You close the blinds and curtains.
Yeah.
Are
no,
we all in the same penthouse or are we in our separate ones?
You have separate rooms on the top
Well,
floor.
I mean, like currently, did we all go to like one person's or are we in our separate ones?
You're not in mine.
Nico would have stayed together as a group, probably.
Yeah, that's fine with me. You want mine?
Where's
mine-
Colleen?
Oh,
In her room, probably.
Colleen is still in her room as far as you know.
I'll go knock on the door.
You hear what sounds like a very distracted. You can enter if you want.
Open the door.
You open the door and you find Colleen sort of floating about a foot or two off the ground, legs crossed in sort of a meditative stance as she just has her eyes closed and she's just seems to be, again, meditating. Her hair is moving in a breeze that is not there.
Sweetie,
oh, that.
I appreciate that you're busy right now, but I need you to Doctor Strange down a little bit and join us in next door.
Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on the procession, she says, and sets her feet back on the ground.
Good to know. How's the parade going?
Spirit magic is one of the not one of the fortes of the Akashics that raised me, but knowing the minds of things, even things that aren't still alive, is one of their talents. So I made some contacts. They don't seem like they'll be coming directly anywhere through this hotel. So if we stay here and don't focus on them, we should probably be okay.
Okay, good to know.
I'm doing my best to not focus on them right now.
Feel like you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like I'm achieving that.
Are they? I'm going to regret even asking this, but are they a particular threat to a lot of people out there?
I mean, presumably the people who live here and are native and know the traditions will all be fine because they trust their traditions and follow them. Tourists, maybe. Hopefully they're, either in their hotels or have been warned by the natives to stay inside tonight.
Really hope so.
And leave it to the local hunters.
I mean, yeah, if this was a big enough problem, the local hunters would probably already be on the job.
True. Okay, fair enough. Suppose I will accept that there are people competent outside of me.
Wow, harsh.
That was mostly a joke. Mostly. Look, there's a lot of dumb hunters out there. I don't know if you've noticed.
A little bit. Especially those people with black helicopters.
Yeah, especially them. Anyway, we are all congregating in a room if you want to join us. If not, as long as we're cool here, you do you.
We should be fine. But I can join you if you guys won't.
Cool.
It's Nina's room. We're in Nina's room.
Why is everybody in my room?
Do you
It's
like
fine.
us
You
to
left the
pick
door
another?
Nope. This is good. This is fine.
Astrid just sprawled out on the bed with a bottle of alcohol.
Because Nina's room is the farthest away from Zero's room.
I mean, first of all, that does track.
Yeah.
It would have been Nina outside waiting to see where Zero goes and go, all right. Like getting a measuring stick out.
Colleen enters the room with everybody else and then again, like from a standing position, just pulls her legs up under her and floats there and goes back to her meditation as her hair again begins to blow in the wind that is not there.
That's totally normal.
Less Doctor Strange, more Scarlet Witch.
Yes, but Scarlet Witch isn't a thing yet. Believe me, I really wanted to make the Scarlet Witch reference, but
There's a lot of things that are anachronistic in my hunter setting.
yeah, I don't even remember what year it's supposed to be.
Fuck if I know.
2018.
That was it. But we've already had 2020 and 2021 stuff mentioned.
Have we?
Yes, many a time.
I don't pay attention.
Like Smash.
I don't pay attention to the things that come out of my mouth, so.
We know.
Thomas is by a door or a window and like guard.
Speaking of
slightly
by,
out.
that's when Zero comes in.
Unnecessary, but appreciated.
Unnecessary, but puns are my thing.
As you walk in, please take a shower first.
I was just coming to check on everyone.
We're good. As long as we don't leave the hotel, we're gonna be fine.
I figured.
Astrid will just hold up the bottle and offer him alcohol.
Take the bottle, take a swig. Yes, I should go shower. Hand the bottle back, head back out to take a shower. Come back 10 minutes later. So.
Are your guests leaving the hotel?
Oh no, they're passed out.
Okay, good.
No, they'll be fine.
All right.
I assume Nico brought everyone up to speed on the situation.
No,
My
we're just here
situation-
playing strip poker. They have no idea what's going on.
We're really bad at playing strip poker.
Yes, most
There's
of you are
not
still
even any
wearing
cards.
clothes.
We're all fully clothed.
I
have-
think I have a straight. That's a joke.
Raise.
I never have a straight. But
Me either. Oh, there was that one time in Bermuda, but still.
Well, this is certainly a full house, she said. Colleen says from her floating position.
Comes in, sits down.
congratulations.
Light
You spend
applause.
way too much fucking time around Paul calling.
So, tomorrow morning we'll be joining up with a research team going up the mountain. I've had them set aside 6 suits for all of us, so we'll all be going. Protective gear to protect us from the vapors and heat and various things. Still, watch where you step. There
You're
should
hiking, right?
Yes, we'll be hiking. There should be no need for weaponry. That being
Yeah, you could
said,
bring it.
There
Anyway.
will still be storage devices that things can be put in.
Cool.
But we will follow the research team up to the top of the mountain, dispose of our item, and then retreat back down the mountain. Should be that simple.
Are they part of your group too, or do we need to like?
Yes, they're Chiron researchers.
Cool. Okay.
All right, then.
That'll be the plan for tomorrow. I've booked us flights back for the day after, assuming nothing goes wrong and we need to stay longer.
I hope not, because we've got a ghost drain to deal with.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
Okay, then.
You all might want to get some rest. I'm sure jet lag's starting to hit you all as well.
Are we
Which
all
one of you said that?
Colleen.
Yeah, which one of you Colleens said that?
The
Nico.
one that's sitting right here in the air?
Nico,
How drunk are you, or high?
go to sleep, Nico.
Are we all sleeping in the same room or are we going back to our rooms?
You can probably safely go back to your own rooms if you want to.
Dealer's choice. Nico stumbles up, walks into another room. I'll leave it up to the GM which one. And collapses on a bed.
Please tell me you're rolling a die to determine which room.
I hope so.
It's Astrid's.
Perfect. Nina literally looks out the door, looks and see which room he collapses in. And back is like, yep, that makes absolute sense. Gives Astrid just a deadpan look and then goes back to her bottle.
I was like, there's no way he wanders into Zero's room.
No, not from here.
Astrid will
And
look
there's
at
only 3 other rooms he can wander into.
There.
Astrid
reasonably.
will look at Nina. He's in my room, isn't he?
Yes, he is in your room.
I figured.
I don't.
All right.
I'm just saying, at this point, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna make a move. So it's gonna be on you or no one.
I'm really bad at this.
So is he. He'll
Like-
understand. Maybe not now because he's really, really high.
Yeah,
But,
no.
you know, yeah, and unconscious. That part
Okay.
can be resolved. The being high, less so. Just saying.
I mean, I can fix both if you want me to, Colleen says.
No, he will be
it's
so
fine.
angry.
It's really fine. Astrid will go back to her room and just go to sleep on the bed.
Platonic snuggles.
I was about to say, isn't Nico also passed out on the bed?
Oh yeah.
Like, she's not gonna, like, she'll leave him alone, but she's laying in the bed and going to sleep.
Feet on Nico's back. It's a large enough bed. They can both sleep in it without touching each other.
This is the penthouse. All of these are king size.
Oh, yeah. All right,
That tracks.
Sweet dreams, everyone. And I return to my partners.
Yes, that's a thing that definitely happens.
Does for me.
You know, the fact that you can have good dreams on a night like this when knowing that there is a procession of ghost warriors that will murder you if you so much as look at them says a lot about you, Zero.
Oh, I've had sweet dreams in weirder places.
That says even more.
Nothing about this surprises me in the slightest. It just reinforces so much.
He's still in like the board shorts, so you still can see all the weird tattoos on him.
Weird. Thomas hasn't left. He's still wide awake.
How are you
course
still
he is.
functioning, Thomas? Colleen asks.
College life.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's all-nighter.
College life, and this is a normal day for me. So
College life and 4 dots of stamina.
Fair enough.
A lot you can do with 4 dots of stamina.
I mean, I'm running
Well-
on magic right now, so there's that.
Yeah.
I'm just around the fact that if you live the rock star life enough, eventually it's just
Momentum,
Tuesday.
really. Like Nina's running on momentum right now.
Yep.
Right, I'm gonna go. See you.
All right.
Eventually, about an hour passes and Colleen puts her feet back on the ground and her hair sets down properly. Okay, they've left the bounds of the city now, so nobody should be in any danger. At least nobody who isn't just wandering the roads for some reason at night.
Cool.
She walks off to her own room.
All get some sleep.
That's good, because I need willpower.
She briefly looks over at Astrid and Nico's room and contemplates something for a second and then decides
Don't
against
do
it
it.
and goes back into her room.
No lesser restoration casting without consent.
I worked hard for this drug.
Am I healing any with sleep?
No, not your lethal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That
I
takes
know, I have-
weeks of recovery. For a normal human, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I could install something in you that would help, but
I'm good.
Install
There you go.
something.
You don't have any Malleus Maleficarum with the Hands of Saint Luke available right now.
Nina if they did, would she really accept it?
Why not?
And she's a Knight of Saint Adrian. They have a similar route.
Fair.
But the night passes. Some of you sleeping fitfully, some of you sleeping undisturbed.
Oh, Zero's fine.
You all regain a point of willpower. And the morning rises.
When you have ghosts following you around all the time already, some new ones passing by aren't really that big of a deal.
I mean, fair.
So Nico wakes up.
With feet in his face.
And takes like probably 3 whole minutes to determine which room he's in, whether it's his, figure out that it's not, figure
Astrid's
out somebody
sleeping
else is
next to
here.
you.
Right. Yep. Find something to write a note on that just says sorry.
God.
And goes to set it down on the bed and try and extract himself as delicately as
Does she
possible.
wake up at all?
Halfway-
Roll dexterity and stealth.
Halfway, as he's halfway across the room, I would love if that's when I knock on the door because the suits have arrived.
Roll me dexterity and
Success.
stealth. You roll me, Astrid, roll me wits and composure, -1 because you're still technically asleep.
Okay.
And for the fuck of it, Zero, roll me.
Nina just put like right at the foot of the bed a filled up, a blown up whoopee cushion.
Is there a luck roll that is generally attributed in Worlds of Darkness, Jack?
No.
Not
No.
really, no.
Roll me just presence and composure, we'll say. 0.
One success.
So you're not awoken by Zero knocking. You actually are woken up by the failed sneaking out as Nico tries to make his way out quietly, but it does wake you up. You're woken up more fully by Zero knocking on the door as Nico is just about to reach it.
Reach the doorknob. Reach the doorknob.
Dum, dum, dum.
Hey.
Hi. I am very sorry. I was not
It's-
intending.
It's fine. You were all kinds of things last night. She'll just sit there.
I feel
deadpan
like
for
I
a
should have
second.
gotten you dinner first.
It wasn't like that. You were high and drunk.
Oh.
You passed out on the bed.
Okay.
Also, are you going to answer the door?
No.
Everyone knows.
What do you want our story to be?
You passed out on my bed,
Okay.
and I
Turns
was
around, opens the
tired.
door. Hi, I passed out on the bed.
There's Zero's not there.
Oh.
Hanging off the door are two suits. Are two sealed protective
Like
suits.
hanging bag kind of.
Yeah, hanging back out with a note on it that just says "To the lovers."
I feel like Zero's not there,
Nope.
but at this point,
Pocket.
with all the knocking and shit, Nina's door is open, and Nina's just sort of leaning in the door frame, like, "Yeah, I know you did."
There's a suit hanging on the wall, like hanging off Nina's door too, that just says to Nina.
Yeah.
Basically, what he
Note
did
goes
was he,
into the pocket.
basically what he did was he just hung all the suits on doors, on the appropriate doors, and left.
And
to
then knocked
whoever.
as he left. Yeah, no,
exactly.
very, yeah. Here,
Yeah.
looks like we got a sample like suit sealed thing.
We
It's
certainly
like those.
did.
It's like those Tyvek like HEV like hostile environment suits that are
Mhm.
designed for the specific purpose of getting close to a volcano.
Yep.
You don't have to put them on now. Just keep an eye on them. Zero's voice comes from down the hall.
Thanks.
Oh, we don't. I'm halfway in it.
Of course you are.
You can certainly put it on now if you like, but it's going to be easier to put it to get out of the car without them on.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely the ones that have like the big open air like,
Oh yeah, like it's,
circular containment unit.
it's full on spaceman. Like it's just
Nico just put Astrid in her room and
She'll take her suit. You don't need to be so awkward. It happens.
I mean, yeah, but usually after I've at least there's some sort of established.
All we did was sleep.
Yeah. Okay, great.
As you grab your suit, Nico, a small plastic lobster falls out of it, and when it hits the ground, it starts playing "Kiss the Girl" from The Little Mermaid.
Okay, that's just mean.
Astrid will crack up at that.
Nico looks down. Where does he get time for all this?
He has a lot of
I
connections.
don't know, but it's really fucking funny.
You're hilarious. Okay. Well. Okay. And he just picks up the lobster and carries it, probably still playing music, back to his room. And starts actually getting himself ready for this expedition.
Zero only sleeps like 5 hours a night, so he's got a lot of time for
fair.
activities.
He's got to do something to fill the time.
Nina just looks across the hall. It's like, clearly not going to make move.
Would you recommend something? I have no
Wait until-
history with this.
Okay, fine. And she walks in there, like shuts the door. Is like, all right, here's an idea. At some point, when you know he's not the state that he was last night, jump him.
Where?
Fucking in the middle of the mall. I don't care.
That's what bathroom stalls are for.
You give really bad advice.
No, I don't. My point is, it's mostly humorous, but the point is, you're incredibly awkward. He's incredibly awkward. Therefore, he's going to understand that you're incredibly awkward, and the only way you two are going to get past this, one way or the other, is by fucking talking about it. Don't try and be smooth. Don't try and be any of that kind of stuff. Look at you two. Smooth is not what brought you two to the game at this point.
That sentence
Smooth is not what appealed to either of you at this point. Be up, just say it.
Okay.
I think direct's there are people who the subtle route and the big gesture route and all that kind of stuff works. You two aren't those people.
I could have sworn that first sentence was going to have a period after the word fucking.
So whether that is a gesture of physical affection at some point, or just saying, hey, look, I understand this is the situation. Here's my response. What do you say?
Okay.
You're literally in the best possible location on Earth for this.
The Tyvek
Okay,
suits are going to be real romantic.
All right.
You go to France if you want the subtle romance. You go to Hawaii if you want the "hey, I fucking like you" romance.
The place where they put flowers on you when you walk onto the island.
When are we leaving at this point?
30 minutes comes from the hallway.
Okay.
That. Excuse me, I am too sober for a hike. So she goes back to her room.
Too sober for a hike.
Okay. Astrid will go to Nico's room.
Okay.
She'll knock on the door.
Oh, the door's open.
Oh, okay. She'll shut it behind her. Okay.
What's up?
It was made clear to me that subtlety isn't going to work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, that makes sense. Go ahead.
She's gonna shove him up against the wall and kiss him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Nina can probably watch Zero walk up to Nico's door, holding Lady from Lady and the Tramp, presses a button, puts it down on the floor, and That's Amore begins to play as he walks away.
Getting all the Disney products in Hawaii.
There's a gift shop.
Specifically a romantic gift shop.
I mean, it's Hawaii.
There's just an awkward silence.
Awkward.
Right? Yep.
She,
It's like,
she will stop kissing him and then just stare at him.
that is much more efficient than pretty much anything.
Okay.
I'm very bad at determining if something's reciprocated, so
So am I.
I'm going to take this as a green light.
Yes.
Cool.
We're killing John.
He's not the only one.
Well, we have, and he'll lean over and give you a kiss on the cheek. We have an expedition because further stages of this will take more than the now 25 minutes we have. So,
Yes. I
okay.
just wanted to make things clear before we left.
Okay. Thanks.
She will go and get dressed.
Nico finishes getting dressed on a completely different level of high than usual.
When the moon hits your eye like That's
Oh, is it sitting
Amore.
outside of the
Oh, yeah,
door?
right outside the door.
Astrid will pick it up. Where does he keep finding these? And she'll just toss in Nico's room.
Still playing the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a dog and a lobster. They're on the dresser.
I have unlimited resources and a sense of
And
humor.
nothing but time. Fantastic.
I like to think that back at like his proper penthouse above the Chiron HQ in Atlanta, there's just a room filled with small animatronic singing toys. He just has,
He's like, I'll find a use for these one day.
he just has one for every occasion.
Perfect.
Thomas has abandoned the getting out of the suit and like packing it up to go with, because he suddenly remembered that he needs to remember all of the scuba instructions and is attempting to write as much of them as he can remember out because while he's scared of drowning.
Zero definitely has like the stupid like bear in a biker outfit on a motorcycle that plays Born to Be Wild.
Oh yeah, oh, absolutely.
Excellent.
So I will be waiting still in a different set of board shorts, but still basically nothing but board shorts, with a briefcase that has my suit packed up in it, waiting at the elevator for everyone to get ready.
Eventually, everyone gathers in various states of dress and sobriety. in multiple senses of the word.
All right, let's go tackle a volcano. Not literally. And I step into the elevator.
Okay, cool.
Literal
Tackle.
tackling of volcanoes is very difficult.
And painful.
And dangerous.
Typically lethal.
Well, tackling only works if you knock it down. Otherwise, you're just grappling it.
Oh.
Can you throw a tackle and just have it blocked? Does that just become a grapple, or was it not a tackle in that case?
That becomes a failed tackle.
Okay.
Well, you can.
So you still tackled it though. You just failed to tackle it.
No, you literally failed to tackle it, so you did not tackle it.
You can fail to tackle a volcano. Yes, let's go.
Yes, you absolutely can do that.
There's a lot of things you can fail to tackle.
Volcanoes, bears, shoggoths.
I mean, if you tackle a bear, you best successfully tackle it.
I did.
The Grand Canyon.
Hit the lobby button.
Before this conversation goes any further off the rails.
It's like I did hit the button. Down, go out to the research Humvee.
Yes, there's decidedly a Humvee waiting for you.
Someone's got the thing, right?
What
That'd be
thing?
Zero.
I hold up my other
Oh,
hand,
yeah.
which has the containment unit.
Sweet.
Which is literally a tub of liquid nitrogen, like the containment vessel for liquid nitrogen that has like the swaying cap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like chucking the whole thing in there. We trying to like this.
Yep.
Never mind.
So, say it again, because I probably missed it. What do these suits look like?
They're like the like iconic like silver Tyvek like hazardous environment suits with like the big glass dome for the head. Like
We're walking out of the hotel wearing these.
No, you're
Yep.
carrying them.
Okay.
Thomas
Oh,
is wearing
Thomas
his.
is-
Thomas is wearing his.
Mostly.
Zero
yeah.
has his packed up and is carrying it.
Okay.
And the-
Fair.
like the kind of suit that made a significant appearance in recent popular TV show.
Yeah.
That turned into a bee outfit.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
Turned into a beekeeper's outfit.
Very confused for a second. Well, I mean, because there's so many TV shows that would
Yeah.
fit, just not current ones.
Oh, yeah. Get in the Humvee, drive up.
And it takes about 30 minutes, but you make your way to the base of the mountain before it becomes no longer safe for a vehicle to drive.
And now is where we put on the suits. As I get out and start putting mine on.
Are we because I don't really know how like busy with people around is this, like, you know,
Not very.
tourists
Not very. This is going to be a research expedition. Comes another voice as you see another group of individuals, about 4 of them, all wearing these suits, approaching.
Oh,
The fuck?
Cool.
I wait for them to salute me before I
Yeah,
return one.
They throw a salute.
I told you we were coming up here with a research group as our cover.
Right.
Ooh, are we gonna get to do the thing where you stick the rebar into the lava?
If you want to,
Cool.
Always.
we'll guide you up there. Do you need to throw it in the volcano or just in one of the lava flows?
In the volcano seemed to be the implication. So we'll need to get to the caldera.
We can get you up there.
I should have brought a camera.
It would melt.
Darn it. Okay, never mind.
So would you if we weren't wearing this.
Well, more
Right
likely
away.
you spontaneously combust, says one of the researchers.
Cool. Comforting
Good to
thought.
know.
Comforting thought.
So make sure your suit is sealed. I go around.
Thomas begins checking that
So I
very
go-
carefully.
I go around and help everybody make sure their suit's properly put on. And if it's not properly sealed, the toxic gases will kill you. Click, click.
Great.
Oh, good.
Whispered inside
That's-
the helmet.
that's-
Yeah,
Great.
it's not like any like TV shows or adventure novels or D&D campaigns make it out, you can't just stand near lava.
Radiant heat, yeah. Mhm.
Radiant heat, toxic gases.
Maybe I should leave the sword behind.
Well, you're already carrying it. I'm sure nothing bad would happen if you were to drop it.
I go and stick it next to a tree, just sort of like not really visible if someone was following us, but slightly hidden, so I can find it again really easily.
Now you're thinking. All right. Let's begin the trek. I hoist up the containment unit and start walking after the research group.
Yep. They lead the way, and you start a long walk. I need everybody to give me a stamina and athletics roll.
Okay.
Check my character sheet real quick.
We'll spend a willpower on
Can
this.
Nico spend a willpower on this?
Yep.
Every
3 successes.
day.
There you go, buddy.
One success,
Three
which I attribute to
successes.
the fact that I'm carrying the nitrogen, so I have to be more careful.
Oh shit. I think. Yep. There we go.
Everyone
Most
but me
everyone
got
rolled
3.
Yeah.
I got 1. Like I said, I'm attributing to my 1 to the fact that I'm having to walk even more carefully than everyone else because of how I'm carrying the thing.
Well, also you don't need as many successes because you're carrying liquid nitrogen. But the
I feel like that means you need more success.
no, this is more about how well are you handling the radiant heat
Oh, well, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
that is still getting in through the suit no matter what, because you can't
Oh,
just have a null heat
Yep.
zone. I'm sorry, your suits are not vacuums.
Ooh,
No, legit.
Right. That absolutely makes sense.
it's hot. That's why he's wearing nothing but the board shorts inside the suit, because it's like it's gonna be hot no matter what. So I'm gonna wear the least I can.
Fortunately, the liquid nitrogen, being the coldest thing in the area, alleviates some of that heat by being near you.
Good.
How long are we walking, Zero?
I'm not certain. How long are we walking? I asked to the person ahead of us.
It's a few kilometers.
Okay, not that long then. It's like 2 kilometers.
30 minutes or so.
If the because it's a climb,
Yeah,
so
it's a
yeah,
climb.
probably 30 minutes.
Yeah, about 30 to 45 minutes.
Like on its own, that's like 15.
Yeah, it's a climb in fairly heavy gear. Like,
Yeah. All right, I can. That's fine.
So you are climbing for about 30 to 45 minutes. And
Question.
eventually,
because this is something that would have been tested. When I activate my shawl, my plasmic call, does my immunity to fire lend me any sort of heat resistance from like radiant heat, or is it just immunity to heat from fire?
I would say it's pretty effective on radiant heat as well. So if you were absolutely needing it, you could just
Yeah.
activate your plasmic call.
If it gets to that point, I will, but I won't do it until I absolutely need.
But after a while, you make the caldera.
All right, now we fulfill our end of the bargain. Thomas, could you step up here and give me a hand?
What? Sure.
So set the containment unit down, open it up, pick up the canister of frozen liquid nitrogen that has the ring inside it. Grab one side, grab the other, hold it between me and Thomas. If you give me a
Yep.
hand, just so we make sure we get it all the way in.
Uh huh.
1,
Like,
2.
wait,
Go.
on 3 or
Both of you roll me a strength athletics.
Thomas at a minus.
sorry.
Thomas is
fine.
at a -2 because he wasn't expecting it.
Who is it?
As
A
Thomas like
-2?
doesn't let
Thomas.
go and gets flung
Okay.
into the lava.
That's what I'm picturing.
There we go. 2.
So you managed to contribute on your reaction time. So you both hurl the canister out towards the center of the caldera, and it spins end over end and starts to fall. And there's just a low whistling noise as this heavy object moves past rushing air that is moving very quickly because it's very hot.
Good throw, Thomas. Pat him on the back.
Thanks.
And it's just
Staring at it.
it's not a splash because lava's very thick on the surface tension. It just goes crunch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is not at all like Lord of the Rings.
No, it's not.
It might be in a second, though, because
Because
nitrogen.
Peter Jackson is not a scientist.
And then there's a series of popping noises as the liquid nitrogen interacts with the lava.
Nitrogen is a highly flammable solution.
Okay.
And then there's a crack, and a burst of and a column of green light shoots into the air.
Huh.
Ask if we know when it worked, but yeah.
I believe that's a signifier of thing being broken.
Might be.
Well.
You like touched it, didn't you?
Nina did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a connection to it at all, or I don't know.
I
Before we
mean,
walk
no,
away.
not because of that.
Okay.
I guess technically I have a connection to it because it's my existence on the line if we don't fulfill.
Oh,
You didn't feel a sudden urge to jump in after it, yelling, "My precious."
No,
Good.
that wouldn't help the.
I wouldn't recommend that.
No, what? Why would that be?
I think he's making a joke.
No, I don't feel any different.
okay.
If I don't suddenly, if homie doesn't show up at some point, deciding that we haven't fulfilled our responsibility and kills me, I guess we'll know. Otherwise, I'm assuming mission accomplished.
Reach over towards one of the expedition team's binoculars.
He hands you a pair. Heat
I,
treated.
yeah, I will do my best to look through the binoculars through the glass shield.
There's a small series of like cooled volcanic rock that is very rapidly uncooling and melting again in the lava.
See if there's any sign of the case or the ring or anything
Nope.
at all. Well, if it survived underneath the lava, at which point our information was incorrect, so...
I mean, fair, but that also doesn't. The letter of the deal doesn't care about whether our information was correct. or not.
True. There's also nothing we can do about it now, so...
That's true.
I mean, that felt like a pretty good indicator, Colleen says,
Yes, I would
waving her
agree.
hand in the general vicinity of the sky.
Cool.
I would agree.
I mean,
Can
can
we
you?
head back?
Do you have a sense of those sort of things, Colleen? Like, if you're close
not
enough,
for
you can.
not for Fey pacts, but I
Okay,
mean,
I was more thinking magic item.
I would need to be much closer to sense that.
Okay, that's fair.
Much
that's
closer than this suit could probably handle.
fair.
We're reaching the limit of what they can handle now, so we should probably go back down.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Thomas will lead the way.
I hand Thomas a piece of rebar as we walk back down.
Huh?
I point at one of the
Oh
lava
yeah, we're gonna
flows.
do the dip thing. Dip
Oh
the.
shit! Yeah. Cool.
Nico will help.
Okay. Sure.
You step up
All
to
right.
one of the flows on the way back down and
Yep.
just dip the
So
rebar
you
in
have
it.
to you dig in. You have to use the embankment as a fulcrum. That's molten rock. It is not liquid. It's going to be heavy. So you're going to have to. I mean, you're You've got
I'm
some
gonna do
muscles on you,
something
so you'll be
stupid.
okay.
He's impatient to get back to his precious sword and has probably already started.
Technically, it is
Okay, I
liquid.
think-
One of the researchers says, by definition, something that is molten is liquefied. It's just not the kind of liquid you're used to.
Yeah, but it's like it's dense. It's still dense as all hell.
He nods.
He's already started doing it. Slightly unprepared, but yeah, is paying attention.
You watch a stick of rebar melt in lava.
Cool. All right, let's get back.
All right, that
That's
was neat.
That's really neat. Sweet. He's gonna look around for something he can take for his scrap. Preferably like a nail or a bit of rock, something small.
Roll me wits and composure.
To the researcher, Zero just asks, if lava is molten rock, is water molten ice?
Yes, technically, yes. Water is in fact molten. Technically, water is molten ice, and as lava, or technically, ice is a rock. Technically, and water is molten ice, and lava is any particular molten rock from a terrestrial body. So yes, you are a lava monster.
Good to know.
I feel like Zero's just got this nice little, slightly satisfied part of his brain that had been slightly uncomfortable before.
Meanwhile, these researchers like, I have gone through so much schooling and get paid so much for high level science, and yet I still have to explain this kind of stuff to this person.
To these types of.
I am so far above these guys on the hierarchy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Legit.
That's the
That
worst
doesn't
part
make
about it.
any
I know,
of that
exactly,
not true.
exactly. That's the worst part of it. Sarah's like, yeah, you might be smart with all the schooling, but I've got knives in my hands and can kill fire, so. So I get the big bucks.
But you make your way back down the volcano to where your vehicle was and where your sword is.
Yep.
At which point Zero begins to remove the outfit. He is very clearly
Grab it,
sweating
take it
heavily
out.
on the inside. Oh, bracing.
You should go jump in the ocean.
I will once we get back. I will immerse myself.
It's still very hot here, but it's not melting your skin off hot.
Much more of a
How long
comfortable
did that take us?
About hour and a half, almost 2 hours.
Okay. And we left pretty early in the morning, or
After dawn, so.
okay. Well, Gina says I can do another lesson. Hey, like brush up and make sure I'm all set on things, but I don't know if do we have a plane ticket home? Okay.
Flight's back tomorrow.
Cool. All right. And I will text Gina. Much less without trying to do a code name this time. Just setting up another lesson.
She lets you know to meet her back at the beach.
Leave
Cool.
the sword at the hotel.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that. It's a detour. I could get there faster if I didn't.
We're riding in the Humvee that's taking us all back to the hotel anyway.
All right.
If it makes you feel any better, I'll stay back and keep an eye on it.
Sure. Thanks.
Yep.
And you can tell it does. Because he's a weird,
We pile
paranoid
in.
person.
We drive away.
My Mjolnir sword that no one else can pick up. I'm worried about someone stealing.
Yes, but like,
Nina just assumes, it doesn't say it, but she just assumes that not being able to be accessed by fairly normal people doesn't mean that it's risk-free.
Yeah, that. Like,
To be fair, Thomas doesn't know too much about the sword in the first place,
no,
so
no, not really. Like, he's fine
So-
leaving it short first, but he does not like to have it out of his sight for very long.
So Astrid, are you like feeling fancy restaurant, bar on the beach? Where are we at?
Let's go bar on the beach.
Bar on the beach works.
I like how quickly that progressed from trying to figure out how to talk to each other to you want to hit a restaurant or a bar?
Because that's clearly the way that it was going to go. It was so blatantly obvious that once they got past that initial, like, are we, aren't
Gotta
we?
get it-
Then it was
Gotta get over the hump first.
Yeah,
It's
that's
all good.
That's
it's
most.
just the kind of people they are.
That's most relationships. That initial threshold is the hardest part.
So you return to the hotel and split off in your various directions.
I'm gonna go to the beach with Thomas so that there's another person there in case a shark tries to eat him while he's scuba diving.
That seems smart.
Oh, hey. Cool. It's, the sword's back. I didn't bring it.
I know. I just go to the water and start swimming.
I'm gonna go to my scuba lesson.
You get a refresher course on everything you learned last time and a reinforcement of all of it, and then you learn a few more things.
Yep.
Like some of those things that can go horribly wrong that you have no control over just to make you nervous.
Cool. I don't know if this is helping. It's good though. Yeah.
It's
No.
not helping, but I have this knowledge, so now you have to have it too.
Mhm.
You learn some more maintenance details, how to make sure everything's working properly.
Yep.
Why you absolutely do not dive if everything is not working properly.
Yes.
Do you ask what to do if you dive into a ghost vortex?
You know what? Probably. So, like, okay, we're leaving tomorrow. But I just thanks. This has been good. The like detailed descriptions of, like, bubbles coming out of my veins, like my eyes bleeding and stuff. That okay. How any specific tips for diving into, what was the lake name again? She'd probably say
Lanier.
it even though she doesn't know what it is.
Lake
Um,
Lanier.
Lake Lanier, where there's a vortex of ghosts just sort of like funneling out, at the bottom of which is an ancient mystical artifact that we need to retrieve. Anything like that might be helpful for that kind of situation. He's
Well, I
gonna
see why
start
you wanted-
stage whispering at this point, even though no one's close.
I see why you needed to get some scuba lessons.
Bit. Astrid already knows, but
Try not to get attacked by ghosts while you're diving. That's probably not good for your breathing.
cool. Okay.
That's kind of uncharted territory, though. So you wanted to learn how to fight off a were shark while you're diving. I can tell you that, but
That'd be
which is
pretty
which
cool.
is mostly to say, don't.
Oh,
Jab him in the eyes.
Like,
I was
you
kind of
just
excited I might get to see a were shark.
you distract them and you get the fuck out.
You wear silver-tipped nails and you jab them into their eyes.
I'm kind of excited to get to see a were shark. Have you ever seen one?
Yes, and I jabbed it in the eyes and I got the fuck out.
Cool.
It chased me to the shore where my friends with silver pellet shotguns were waiting.
Sweet. Did you get it?
Yes, with enough shotgun shells.
Sweet. Do you have, like, teeth or something? He trails off really awkwardly on that question.
She indicates the shark tooth necklace she's wearing.
Cool.
The Rokea tooth necklace she's wearing.
That's real cool.
I don't care if I don't care if I did survive something like that. I would not walk around the beaches of Hawaii with a
Wearing a
Rokea.
Rokea tooth in the open.
Thomas,
I mean,
The balls on this lady. I
about to
tell
say,
ya.
yeah, like that's a union member, man.
yeah.
Good goddamn.
That is. Thanks. That is very cool.
And yeah, you notice the shark tooth is longer and sharper than you would expect a shark tooth to be.
Which would you
Oh,
rather wear?
He's noticing.
Which-
This is cool.
Which would
He's
you
into
rather
this.
wear around town? A Rokea tooth necklace or a Mikole skin boots?
Depends on where.
I was gonna say.
Would you rather wear the shark tooth necklace in Hawaii or the Mikole skin boots in
New Orleans.
yeah.
I would rather do neither. I would rather sell those to some hunter I didn't like.
But she will return your fist bump when you offer it.
Cool.
Go get him, Tiger.
Thanks. Hope to see you around. And he'll
Are there were-tigers?
go out and look for a party at this point, because we don't really have anything specific to do. He's gonna keep track of time and not stay out after dark because the ghost thing freaked him out, but he's gonna look for a party or something.
Roll
'cause he's
presence and
here.
socialize.
Yeah.
Man, we timed this perfectly, didn't we?
Yeah, pretty
A
decent.
little bit.
There you go, one.
You find a party. It's like a fairly standard.
It's Hawaii. Somebody out there is cooking a pig in a pit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's what tourists think is a luau,
Oops.
which is to say,
sorry.
not actually a luau, but
Uh-huh.
a party that tourists will call a luau.
Yep. At this point, he has changed clothes enough to sort of blend in with the tourist kind of slightly out of place people, and is gonna kind of enjoy that. He'll text Nina just saying, out at a party, be back. Thanks for watching the sword.
There's just a single sure dot period.
Nina stopped watching that sword a long time ago.
No. She's still watching the sword.
And is poignantly aware that Thomas is going to a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was watching it so he could do his snorkel or scuba shit.
Dick move, Thomas.
A little bit.
Meanwhile, while Thomas heads to a party, Zero goes swimming, and Astrid and Nico hit a bar. That is where we will end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.